In this part, we will talk about devices used to measure voltage or current. We'll start by talking about multimeter. As its name indicates, multimeter means a device that can measure multi-parameter, either voltage or current. حتى multimeter can measure other parameter like resistor. We will talk about resistors in next chapter. So, if I want to measure voltage, my multimeter should be used as a voltmeter and should be connected in parallel. If I want to measure current, the multimeter will function as an ammeter and it should be connected in series. Now we will talk about ammeter or multimeter functioning as an ammeter. The ammeter is the device used to measure the current in the circuit. The ammeter adjusted to DC mode. I will explain in details this sentence in the next slide. The ammeter should be connected in series. The symbol of the ammeter is this one. A and COM are the terminals of the ammeter. A represents the positive born of the ammeter. A should be connected to the side of the circuit which is close to the positive terminal of the battery or the power supply, and COM represent the negative born of the ammeter and should be connected to the negative side of the circuit. Now, before using an ammeter, we should setting up this ammeter. بالعربي ركلجه. What do I mean by setting up an ammeter? The first step to set up an ammeter is to choose the mode of functioning of this ammeter. We said that we have two types of electricity, DC or AC. أنا لازم أخبر my ammeter إنه now I will work with AC or DC. Since AC has nothing to do with us in this chapter, so we should adjust the ammeter to DC mode. أنا بدي أخبره أنا هلأ عم بشتغل DC. The second step is to choose the scale or range. What do I mean by scale or range? Scale represents the maximum value can the multimeter or ammeter measure. For example, هون رح لاقي أنا كذا رقم. If I choose for example 10 ampere, this means that I forced my ammeter to maximum measure 10 ampere. My ammeter, you cannot measure a value above 10 ampere. So, in order to measure the most precise value, the scale should be just larger than the measured value or equal to it, slightly larger. But when I measure in a non current here, so we start by choosing the largest scale and switch down to the scale that is just larger than the measured value. يعني ببلش بالسكيل دي كبير وبصير أعمل switch down لأوصل للسكيل which is slightly larger than the measured value. The most common way to measure current in a circuit is to break the circuit and to insert the circuit in series. So all the current will flow in the circuit and reach the ammeter, go through the ammeter and continue the path to flow back to the negative born of the battery. In this slide, we will answer the question, does the connection of the ammeter really matter in the circuit? يعني I can connect the positive born أو I can connect the terminals of the ammeter, any terminal of the ammeter to the positive born of the battery? If no, what happens to the circuit or to the ammeter if it's connected in a wrong way? Look at this diagram. In these two diagrams, the ammeter is connected in series. But in this one, the ammeter, the A of the ammeter, بذكر A is the plus of the ammeter. A is connected to the positive born to the battery, and COM is connected to the nearest born, the negative born of the battery. So I have respected the polarity of the ammeter. وصلت ال A اللي المفروض تكون plus على plus وصلت الكم يلي should be positive should be negative على negative born. So the ammeter will display a positive reading on its screen. This is not the case here. In this diagram, the COM يلي هي النيجاتيف بورن تاعت الاميتر is connected to the plus of the battery, and A يلي هي البوزيتيف بورن of the ammeter is connected near to the negative born of the battery. So I didn't respect the polarity of the ammeter. The ammeter will display a negative value. For example, I equal here minus 3 ampere. I represents the symbol of the ammeter. Minus 3 ampere means the real value is 3 ampere, but the minus means please switch the connection of the ammeter. Reverse the connection of the ammeter. The ammeter is connected in a wrong way. Now let's move to learn how to measure the voltage provided by DC source. The voltmeter is the device used to measure the voltage in a circuit. Like the ammeter, the voltmeter should be adjusted to DC mode. But unlike the ammeter, the voltmeter should be connected in parallel. This is the symbol of a voltmeter. The voltmeter has two ends, V and COM. V should be connected to the positive born of the battery. COM should be connected to the negative born of the battery. This slide will teach us how to read the value on the voltmeter. Please remember this point as your name. The voltmeter measures the voltage between V and COM. It starts by reading the letter connecting to V. شو يعني؟ Here regardless the sign. أنا ما عم بحكي عن الساين. Here the V of the voltmeter is connected to A. The COM of the voltmeter is connected to B. So my voltmeter here will read UAB. This is not the case here. V is connected to B. So my voltmeter here will read UBA. Okay? Please note that in the two diagrams the voltmeter is connected in parallel. أنا هون ما عملت break و I insert the voltmeter مثل الامmeter. No, the voltmeter is connected in parallel. هلا now since V which is connected to A is connected to the plus of the battery, بذكر ال V represent the plus of the voltmeter, and COM اللي هو minus of the voltmeter is connected to B which is connected to the minus, so my voltmeter will display a positive reading. This is not the case here. Here V يلي هي ال plus تاعت ال voltmeter, now it's connected to B which is connected to minus of the battery, and COM is connected to A which is connected to the plus of the battery, so the voltmeter here will display a negative value. Now let's take a look about some particular values of voltage. In this circuit, the voltmeter is facing a connecting wire. It's connected parallel to this connecting wire. So the voltmeter reads the voltage across this connecting wire. Please, مثل اسمنا, the voltage across any connecting wire is 0, whether the circuit is closed or open. Now, the voltmeter is connected in parallel with the closed switch. So the voltmeter reads the voltage across this closed switch. Voltage across a closed switch is 0. It functions as a connecting wire. But it's not the case here. If I open the switch, the voltage across the switch will be equal to the voltage across the dry set. Thank you.